A local developer is blaming Village of Alden officials for interfering with the sale of a mobile home park. Nick Sinatra says it cost him a bundle of money.
And now he's suing the village, whose mayor denies the allegations. The News 4 Investigates team talked to both sides in this dispute. Luke Moretti has the story.
This was shocking to us.
Developer Nick Sinatra is talking about his experience with the Village of Alden.
Village didn't want a solution.
He accuses the rural municipality of using heavy-handed tactics during the license renewal process for Alden Landings, a mobile home park on Broadway.
We believe it was because they didn't like the low-income nature of the mobile home park across the street.
Now, Sinatra's company, Better Buffalo Properties, is suing the village. Court papers allege that Better Buffalo was forced to sell Alden Landings at a substantially reduced price.
Our company lost over $500,000 on this mobile home park.
According to the lawsuit, the village took steps to intentionally interfere with Better Buffalo's attempts to sell the mobile home park. Sinatra says two prospective buyers backed out of the deal after the village refused to issue a license because of drainage issues on site.
We think that they did that because they wanted us to feel enough pain with this mobile home park that will force us into redeveloping the site.
But Sinatra says redevelopment was not feasible and that his company offered to fix any drainage issues, which he says wasn't really that big of a deal.
It only seemed to be a problem during the thaw, from the winter to spring. And it was definitely blown out of proportion.
Sinatra claims the situation became very contentious. That at one point the village threatened to shut down Alden Landings if Sinatra's company wouldn't redevelop the property.
They would continuously threaten us, they meaning the village officials, with revoking the license, which would then have forced us to go and evict all of the mobile home tenants.
That never happened, much to the relief of tenants like this woman who lives on a fixed income and is disabled.
I didn't know a thing about it. I don't know where I would go.
Sinatra's company bought Alden Landings in 2015. The property was eventually sold last year after a willing buyer stepped up. But Sinatra says he lost hundreds of thousands of dollars after being forced to lower the sale price.
It is what it is. It's, mobile home park.
Village of Alden Mayor Michael Manicki would not comment on the specifics of Sinatra's lawsuit against the village, other than to say,
"We disagree with all of the points he's made in the lawsuit, and we look forward to defending ourselves."
Manicki says the drainage issue has been ongoing for many years. He says the village even tried to get the park's previous owners to fix it.
You don't want to put an onus on a business owner, but it's a problem, and I think the people who live there deserve better than that.
But park tenant Jason Gorton seems to think the village would rather see the property as anything but a mobile home park.
Their version of making it a better place is getting everybody out of here and creating something new and better.
Mayor Manicki says that's not true.
The board didn't really care what Sinatra did with it, but the problems had to be resolved. If he wanted to tear it all down and put something else there, that was fine, and we talked about that.
That was their leverage, whether it be with us or with any other future owner of the park. That's their leverage, that drainage issue. Just like it was leverage when they were working with the person that sold it to us.
And now the drainage issue falls into the lap of the park's new owner, who tells News 4 Investigates better days are coming.
We think we could turn it around, and that's a project that we like.
Paul Stephen admits that Alden Landings is a bit of an eyesore in need of attention. He says the drainage issue is being worked on, and that soon new mobile homes will replace some of the older models. And unlike what Nick Sinatra says he experienced, Paul Stevens says the Village of Alden has been great.
We had to prove ourselves to them. They didn't just let us walk in and just say what we're going to say. We had to say, look, I think we did a good job in our park in Clarence, and I said, look, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to update the community to a walkable, nice little community.
But when you look at the Clarence property compared to Alden, it's night and day. Paul Stephen and his partner Noah Dill say they knew what they were getting.
It is different in many ways, but it's still really the same business. So we have to fix it up to a level that makes sense for the people who are there and the people who are going to come in, but ultimately it can be a great place to live.
Now, as for the drainage problem that's been at the center of the controversy, the park's new owner says it's scheduled to be fixed by the end of August. And we'll keep you posted on developments.